Well, hello, IDS 105 students, and welcome to your very first week in your IDS 105 class. I am Melanie Shop, your IDS 105 Learning Community Gal, and I'm here to walk you through everything that's due for week one, module one, but also where to find everything for your success. First and foremost, your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It is our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center, the OAC, as soon as possible at 866-305-9430. You can also email them at oac@snhu.edu or visit the Online Accessibility Center website. The Online Accessibility Center team is a department here at SNHU that helps you get content. It could be content like these webinars, it could be classroom content, different things that you might need to benefit you and your learning style and your success here at the university. If you have questions about this, what it means, if it would be something for you, please reach out to the OAC as soon as possible. Couple of webinar reminders. This is an academic space, so always be mindful of your conduct. These IDS 105 Learning Community webinars are not graded. They are also not required, so you do not have to watch them. However, each week you will have a webinar that is loaded and ready for you that'll help you learn how to do your assignments from week to week and or go over concepts we are working on in your course. These webinars are offered in two different formats. One of them is an on-demand, which is pre-recorded, which the majority of your IDS 105 Learning Community webinars will be in that on-demand pre-recorded format. You can find the videos from week to week, the webinars from week to week in the First Year Experience YouTube page, bright and early every Monday morning. Any live sessions, they're always recorded within 24 hours and also placed there. And you'll get information and invites to any live sessions that are happening. But for the majority of IDS 105, they are pre-recorded or on demand. So who am I? You guys will hear my voice over these next 8 weeks as I work with you from week to week and module to module. So I wanted to introduce myself. I am Melanie Shop. I am an adjunct faculty member. I teach SNHU 107 and IDS 105 here at SNHU. I'm also the person that oversees the learning community and help you get some extra support along your journey here at SNHU. Plus, I'm an academic partner, which means that I get to work with your amazing faculty, which is really exciting. So I do teach a section of IDS 105, but I am not the professor or instructor for all of you. You can always find out who your instructor is by logging into that Brightspace classroom, that learn.snhu.edu, and you'll see your instructors, usually a photo or something about them, and be able to review a little bit about them underneath the My Instructor announcement. So this is me. Fun facts about me. I love the water. It doesn't matter if it's the beach, the pool, the river, the lake. I love water. I swear that I'm a part-time mermaid sometimes. I also am an avid road cyclist. I love to read, so if you are a reader yourself and have some recommendations to send my way, I'll happily take them. I love coffee. I love spending time with my friends and family. But the biggest thing I want you to take away from today is that I am a resource for you in SNHU Connect in the IDS 105 learning community. So a lot of students are like, okay, what is this IDS 105 learning community? Like, why should I want to be in there? Why should I want to engage in there? First of all, like I mentioned earlier, nothing is graded in this learning community space, okay? It's actually located outside of your classroom. So all your assignments, graded material, everything is in Brightspace. That's where your actual IDS 105 classroom is. That's that learn.snhu.edu. And I will do a course walkthrough so you can see all of that. But outside of your classroom, there is a space here at SNHU called SNHU Connect. And it is a place where you can explore as a student clubs, organizations, or there's a couple of learning communities that are specific to a couple of courses here at the university, and IDS 105 is one of them. So in that IDS 105 learning community space in SNHU Connect, it's a space where you can connect with other students that have taken IDS 105. They offer a lot of tips and advice from time to time, or even new students are taking the same classes as you. I do post reminders for any live webinar sessions in there. Plus, I always post the webinar recording links just so you can see that webinar information from week to week. But I also post some just-in-time resources. We do have these quick focus videos. They're less than 5 minutes. They usually go over a specific assignment or a topic or a concept that you're having in your classroom. What does that equal? A happy, successful student, which is you. So again, the IDS 105 learning community is a space outside of your classroom. It's in SNHU Connect. You do have to have a separate login. It's called a Pulse login. You do get that within 7 to 10 days after you register for your courses. So keep your eyes out for that. In case you haven't seen that yet or you're having trouble gaining access, it takes about 7 to 10 days after you register to get that access. So let's chat all things week 1, module 1. So in today's session, I'm going to show you guys how to access your class, how to get that electronic textbook connected. You should have gotten an email sent to your SNHU University email inbox. 2 top tips. It is so important to constantly and consistently be checking your SNHU email and your course announcements for any of the classes that you are taking. That is how the university and your faculty will communicate with you. You don't want to miss anything that's in those 2 spaces. We'll talk about this week's assignment, which you have a discussion, a warm-up, and a journal. And then we're going to talk about resources for your success, how to find the webinar recordings, and just a reminder to enjoy yourself. So I'm going to actually do a course tour also, but I like to kind of walk through the classroom space in this format too, just so you can kind of go back and rewatch this in case you need to have like a step-by-step of where to click. So accessing Brightspace, that's at www.learn.snhu.edu. You can find everything in your classroom space underneath the course menu at the top. When you click the little down arrow, you're going to be able to see course announcements. You're going to be able to see the learning modules. That's where you'll have module 1 through module 8 listed. That's where your assignments and module content are all at as you work through your class. And then you have 2 quick links to quickly access the discussions from week to week, any assignments, and then you have this grades area, which when you click on that, you're able to see all the assignments for the term. And you can see once they've been graded, how you did, and to make sure that you're turning everything in and staying on top of stuff, okay? Now, as I mentioned, you do have an electronic textbook for your IDS 105 class. You can actually purchase that straight from our university SNHU bookstore. If you log into Brightspace, that www.learn.snhu.edu, you will see at the very top that course menu and a few other headings across it. If you click on the Help down arrow, you want to click on Online Student Services, and it pulls up all the departments here at SNHU. They're all on one page for just a click of your convenience. At the very top, you'll see the SNHU bookstore. You click on the SNHU bookstore. You will actually be able to input the course or courses that you're taking them as an online student. It'll pull up any of your course materials for you to purchase, add to cart, purchase, check out, just like you would on Amazon. If getting your books is overwhelming, you're not sure if you did it right, you're stuck on it, reach out to your advisor because they can walk you through it step by step for your success in case you get stuck. Now, in addition to purchasing your course materials, often you have to actually connect them to your vital source bookshelf. I know it sounds like a lot. It's really not. There's step-by-step instructions. You'll get emails that walk you through it. However, if it's overwhelming, it stresses you out, you're not sure if you're doing it right or if you did it right, reach out to your advisor and they will happily walk you through making sure that you got your books and you get connected, okay? The other thing that I wanted to remind you guys of too is that your advisors are only a call or a click away. So don't hesitate to email them. Don't hesitate to call them. That way they can best answer your questions. And so you feel really ready to get your classes started on the right foot. So like I mentioned this week, you have that discussion, that journal, and you have that warm up. So your discussion assignments, y'all, when you have a discussion assignment, I want you to remember Thursdays and Sundays, because anytime a discussion assignment is assigned to you in your IDS 105 course, the initial post is due by Thursday, and then you have to respond to at least 2 of your classmates by Sunday of the week that they're assigned, okay? Can you do them earlier? Of course you can. Just make sure that they're always in initial post by Thursday, peer responses, minimum of 2 by Sunday. Now, your initial post, this is actually when you will be sharing your thoughts on the questions that are asked for the discussion from week to week. So this week, for example, for week 1, module 1, you're introducing yourself, okay? So things that you can share can be like, hey, I'm Melanie. I live just outside of Pensacola, Florida. I'm majoring in communications. If it was me, like I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I have a dog, whatever you're comfortable sharing. It's just for your classmates to be able to get to know a little bit about you and maybe like what motivates you, where you can share some goals that you might have. And then for your actual module content and being able to apply the concepts, you are going to answer the next couple of questions. I always encourage students, first and foremost, to go through the module and the information within the module and your required resources section, because it'll tell you your assigned chapter readings, any videos you need to watch, or extra blogs you might need to click through and review. And I will show you guys that when I do the class walkthrough. But you want to go through all that first and then answer these questions, okay? So question 2 is sharing your top 3 social identities with the class. And then question 3 is, in your daily life, are you able to be your authentic self in all your identities? Explain how authenticity affects your ability to be yourself. And question 4 is like, what is your why? Like, why are you here at SNHU? What's driving you? Who or what is motivating you for your success? The more details and information you can share, it helps other students and your instructor be able to understand where you're coming from and get to know you a little bit. Again, initial post due by Thursday, 11:59 p.m. East Coast time, week 1, and then minimum of 2 classmate responses due by Sunday. When you respond to your classmates, you want to write more than a sentence or 2. A sentence or 2 will not cut it. Think short paragraph, okay? Ask them questions. Maybe you might find some things you have in common, or maybe they live somewhere you've always wanted to visit, but you've never been. This is a great opportunity to get to know your classmates, okay? You also have what is called a warm-up. A warm-up is basically like an open book quiz. You get multiple attempts at it. You can use your notes. It's open book, like I mentioned. For week 1, this is a non-graded, so it's not graded warm up. However, I encourage students to take it because it really gives you a good overview of your learning resources and kind of some what to expect here in IDS 105. So it's definitely worth your time. Again, it's not graded, but it is there so you can go ahead and learn more about your learning resources and your course in general. Okay, so you have your discussion assignment. Then you have that non-graded warm-up, but I encourage you to do it. And then the last assignment is your Module 1, Week 1 journal. So for your journal assignments, y'all, okay, you can submit video submissions if that's something you're interested in. If you choose to submit a video submission, make sure that you have written down or typed up your talking points so that if your instructor asks for it, you have it ready to go, okay? Just a top tip right there. For this assignment, you just want to open up a 1-page Microsoft Word document, okay? And you're going to answer these 4 questions. Please notice that some of these questions have multiple pieces and parts. So for your journal, you're going to open up that Microsoft Word document and you are going to answer question number 1, describe your most dominant social identities. So describe them. If you're going to bullet them or list them, that's fine, but just make sure you describe them and why you chose them. Question 2, describe implicit bias represented within your most dominant identities. And then how does that implicit bias show up in your most dominant identities? Question 3, identify the core principles of social justice. That means list them, okay? Make sure you share all the core principles of social justice. And then question 4, describe how implicit bias impacts your understanding of the core principles of social justice. So part A is how might implicit bias impact your understanding of social justice in personal settings, and part B is how might it impact your understanding of social justice in professional settings. Whew, deep breath, right? Some of this terminology and the concepts will most likely be brand new to you, and that is okay. When you review the required reading and the required resources within your module, you are going to understand what some of these mean. I always tell students to utilize what they know and what they learn, share examples, and if you get stuck, reach out to your instructor and ask them questions, okay? Your journal is due by Sunday of week 1. So you have all week to work on it. It's due by Sunday, but of course, if you want to turn it in earlier, you can definitely do that as convenient to your schedule. Just make sure you have it in by Sunday. Some helpful resources, like I've mentioned, you have your instructor if you get stuck or have questions about course assignments or anything within the class. You have your advisor to connect with. Also, if you're confused or you're stuck, maybe you need help getting your books set up. If there's anything technically not working, you're unable to access something or something's not pulling up right, reach out to our amazing SNHU help desk. And plus, you have the academic support team. So for many of you, writing academically might be new. Or maybe putting together some of these assignments and understanding the concepts and framing it all out might be new or something that you're a little bit nervous about. Academic support has wonderful tutors and the written feedback services where you can actually upload your writing assignments and you can have them look at certain things and they'll give you feedback within 12 hours. A lot of students always tell me they really enjoy working with the academic support team, utilizing that written feedback service, and it really helps them be more confident in their writing and turning in those assignments. You can use it for any SNHU writing assignment, whether it's discussions, your projects, it could be for your journal assignment. So it's a great resource for you to utilize. The other thing I wanted to point out is as an SNHU student, you get Office 365 for free, F-R-E-E, free. Office 365 has like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, a whole bunch of stuff. But for your IDS 105 classroom, there's going to be some templates that are in there. They're Microsoft Word documents. So you want to be able to open these up and type right in them. Or like you noticed for your journal assignment, you want to submit a Microsoft Word document. If you don't have that, you get it for free as an SNHU student, and I will show you in the class walkthrough how to get that, okay? As a reminder, you can access the IDS 105 Learning Community webinars by this link right here. It's the same link all the time. It takes you to the First Year Experience YouTube page for IDS 105. Plus, we have the focus videos that you can access. Anytime there's a live session, we host those via Microsoft Teams. Check your email for access and links. This term, though, the majority of your webinars are on demand or pre-recorded. As a reminder, how to access that IDS 105 Learning Community in SNHU Connect. SNHU Connect is also where you can find different clubs and organizations. They have everything from the Nerds Unite, they have parent groups, they have military groups, there is class groups, there's hobby groups, interest groups. There's even a paranormal club. There's so many cool things out there for you to explore. Plus, you have the IDS 105 Learning Community that's dedicated to the IDS 105 class. It has all the students that are taking IDS 105 and anybody that has already taken it. You can find that by clicking on SNHU Connect after you get into online student services. Just remember, it can take about 7 to 10 days for your login to be created. So if you can't access it, don't stress. But after that point, if you're stuck, reach out and let us know, okay? Before I do the course tour, I just wanted to remind you guys and gals and everybody, y'all, I know that for many of you, going to school is a huge deal. It's a huge deal to all of us, right? For some of us, this might be our first class. For some of us, this might be our first time ever starting college. For others, maybe we've tried college before and it didn't work out for whatever reason. Or maybe we already have a degree and we want to get a degree in something else, or we want to finish a degree. No matter what it is, we're so glad that you're here. And I know that there's a lot of emotions when you're starting classes and when you're doing something new, but I'm telling you, your success is loading and to enjoy the journey. Okay. I love this quote by Art Williams. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be so worth it. And you are so worth it. In IDS 105, there's a lot of new concepts. There's a lot of new terminology. You might be way outside your comfort zone, but be yourself, be courteous, be professional, go in there open-minded and just enjoy the next 8 weeks, okay? I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to show you guys your IDS 105 classroom. So remember, it's that learn.snhu.edu. A couple of things I want to point out. Up here at the top, remember I said you have course menu. Click that little down arrow, click the blue, gets you where you want to go, takes you to your announcements, okay? Now I'm in an older classroom of mine, so I just wanted to show you guys that you can see, like when you log in, you'll see who your instructor is, and then in this side, you'll be able to go to the My Instructor announcement, okay? I just wanted to show you guys that really quick. Under Learning Modules, that is where you will find week 1 all the way through week 8, okay? The other thing is I like to encourage students, always click on Start Here, because you will see there a PDF of your syllabus. It goes over your classroom policies, rules, plus an overview of what's due. There's also a great video about welcoming to IDS 105. You can kind of see where the course is going to go through. Plus, there's all your book information and getting access to your Vital Source bookshelf. It's all right here under that Start Here area, okay? Now, underneath Module 1, when you click on Module 1, what I wanted to point out is when you click the blue, gets you to where you want to go, there will be a lot of reading within the module itself. So you want to scroll through, make sure that you understand the overview, you scroll all the way down, and as you get finished reading it, you arrow over. You're going to notice that there's a lot of context in here. A lot of times students are like, wait, I didn't find this topic in my reading. It's because it was actually within the module. Do not forget to review what's in the module. Remember, in the journal, there was that question about the core principles of social justice, right? Hey, top tip for those of you watching the webinar. Here it is. Okay, so remember, you're reading, you're reviewing, you're scrolling all the way down, you're clicking over. I wanted to point out that there's always a required resources section in every module. It'll tell you any of your textbook chapters that you are going to be needing to read. Plus, it'll show you any other websites or videos or links to blogs and journal articles. Plus, there's always some additional support, which are really great to kind of review through, okay? As always, remember, as you scroll through, you will see so much support and help in here, okay? So make sure you're looking through these as you arrow over. As a reminder, this week in week 1, you had that discussion assignment, right? So here it is. Here's your discussion assignment. If you wanted to start a new thread, you click on Start a New Thread. And I have some students who sometimes will they like to copy the questions and they'll pop it right in here and then they'll answer each one. They'll do a little introduction first, but then they'll like answer each one. So you can type like right in here. You can always put a subject, you like Melanie, week 1 as an example. Always write in complete sentences, always spell check. But I just wanted to show you that if you check this little box, you can see who replies to your feed or replies to your discussion, and you click on post. Okay, once you do that, you should be able to actually see your post right here. So for example, you'll see that this is one that's been posted. It says click at the blue, gets you where you want to go. Like if this is one of your classmates, you'll be able to open it up, review what they had to say. Click on reply to thread, same thing. You can respond right in here. Always spell check, always write in complete sentences. Then you want to click post. Top tips is I do have students that tell me all the time that they like to actually do their original discussion post work in like a Microsoft Word document. And they answer everything and make sure they spell check it and everything's good to go. And then they copy and paste it into the discussion forum, because that way, if there's any kind of a technical snafu or glitch, they don't have to start all over. Okay, so take that tip with what you want to do with it. Remember too, you have the discussion. Here is that warm up. Remember, it's non-graded, but I encourage you to do it. If you click on the blue, it gets you where you want to go. It'll pull up the quiz and you'll see, like, you guys will actually see like a start quiz button. Mine looks a little bit different, but that's how you will see it. You can take that quiz. It's not graded. It's like an open book. Take it as many times as you need to. The other assignment you have that is graded is that 1-2 journal, right? So when you click the blue, it gets you where you want to go. It's going to open up the assignment. Click on guidelines and rubric. And when you do that, it's going to give you an overview of the assignment. It's going to give you the directions. It's going to list the questions you're answering, and it's going to remind you what to submit, okay? As a reminder, you can submit a video note, okay? But make sure, like I said, you have those talking pages and submit a separate reference page. Just know that it's there. The rubrics will always be underneath your assignments. It explains to you how you are graded. And if you get stuck or you have questions, this is a great time to use the academic support team or reach out to your instructor, okay? As a reminder, discussion assignment, initial discussion post due Thursday, peer responses by Sunday for everything for week 1, East Coast time. After that, it goes to your time zone. Your journal is due by Sunday, but you can always turn them in earlier as convenient for your schedule, okay? The other thing I wanted to point out is up here, you have access to the Shapiro Library. Click that little down arrow. They do a great guide on citing your sources. They also have like a frequently asked questions area. Plus, you have a direct link to the library homepage. The librarians are wonderful with helping you get different information that you might need, but also how to cite your sources. Academic support, that is what I was talking to you all about earlier. If you click on academic support, it's going to pull up their menu of services. They have 24/7 drop-in tutoring, which is as convenient for you, which is wonderful. Written feedback, this is a top service that students always talk about wishing they would have used it earlier. So if you haven't utilized this yet, or you're worried about your writing or just how to submit things, this is a wonderful service to use. You can upload and submit your drafted assignments, like your journal assignment, like your discussion assignments, any project drafts, and they will give you targeted feedback within 12 hours, okay? Plus, there's tons of live workshops that they do. There's one-on-one peer tutoring, academic coaching. You can always scroll through the frequently asked questions section too. So that's academic support. They have so many services there for your success. The last thing I want to show you before I let you all go is this help button. Click the blue, gets you where you want to go. Click the down arrow. Quick link to IT service desk. Okay, so if you have any technical issues, something's not working from a technical standpoint, get with our SNHU help desk, which is the IT service desk. I wanted to point out there is these awesome student tutorial videos. If you click on them, it's going to pull up a YouTube page. It's going to show you like how to utilize and access the discussion boards, how to find your graded feedback from your instructor and your grades, an overview of like my SNHU and where to click and how to find things. Plus, there's a couple other helpful videos in there that I encourage you to check out. They're quick, they're short. It just helps you get comfortable in your online environment, okay? The other thing is online student services. When you click on that, it pulls up all the departments here at SNHU all in one place. So again, you're going to see the help desk, you're going to see that bookstore where you can buy your books, academic advising links. Here's academic support again. I also encourage students to do this My SNHU orientation. It's like a virtual tour of My SNHU, and it shows you like how to access commonly used features. It's really a great thing for you to navigate through for your success and to get comfortable here in the online environment. The biggest thing I wanted to point out though is this Office 365 and other software. This is where you click the blue, gets you where you want to go, follow the prompts, and you'll be able to get Office 365 downloaded to your system so you can utilize that for your success as you navigate from term to term. If you get stuck, you're not sure how to do this, reach out to the SNHU help desk. They are wonderful at walking you through it. The other thing I wanted to point out, I guess one more thing, is SNHU Connect. When you click on SNHU Connect, it will take you to what is, for me, I forgot I'm a faculty member. It'll take you to what's called the Pulse login, and you will be able to access the learning community for IDS 105. So you'll have a login. Remember, it takes about 7 to 10 days for it to be active, but if you get stuck, make sure you reach out and let us know. Y'all, you're going to be amazing in week 1. We're so excited that you're here. We're so excited that you've chosen SNHU to either continue or start your academic journey. You got this. Happy week 1, and I'll see you in week 2.